July of this year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking and abusing dozens of underage girls. One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at. And I simply, it was almost impossible for me to sweat.
As most of us know, last week, Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty of 5 out of 6 charges brought against her in the ongoing sex trafficking case and her career involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. But this story is far from over as investigators, lawyers, and the public alike scramble to keep untangling the huge web of secrets, lies, and crimes within all of this. Virginia Giuffre is perhaps the most well-known public Epstein accuser, who has long maintained that Epstein and Maxwell forced her into having sex with Prince Andrew when she was just 17. Giuffre's settlement from almost 12 years ago was released in full on Monday as part of her legal team's ongoing litigation. The statement revealed that she received $500,000 in her lawsuit against Epstein, but it also states that upon receipt of that sum, Giuffre, quote, acquits, satisfies, and forever discharges the said second parties and any other person or entity who could have been included as a potential defendant from all manner of action and actions, including state or federal cause and causes of action. So basically, this means that upon her getting the $500,000 back then, she forfeited any further legal right to take action against Epstein and his associates, in this case, Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew is not mentioned in the released settlement, nor is lawyer Alan Dershowitz, who Giuffre has accused of sexual misconduct, also facilitated by Epstein. Dershowitz and Prince Andrew have vehemently denied all these claims, but the media seems to think those claims all might be bogus, exemplified by the fact that the BBC had Dershowitz on in the wake of the Maxwell verdict for his, quote, expert opinion. Clearly, these powerful men are doing just fine, despite the trouble they may be in. But there's one more thing in all of this that is fascinating, and it has to do with Andrew's, potential body heat. As part of Giuffre's lawsuit, she alleged that the Duke was, quote, sweating profusely all over me at a London nightclub on a night when she says they had sex. This seems like an inconsequential personal detail, but in a now famous Newsnight interview, Prince Andrew claimed that the charges are false because, get this, he cannot sweat. And because he can't sweat, he claims the allegations are false. This disputed fact is now at the center of the investigation because, as he told Newsnight, quote, I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time. It's not clear what the next steps will be here, but you can be sure that this insane detail will be put to the test. Giuffre's lawyers are already asking for proof of this, malady. Some folks online have even already dug into his claim, resulting in some bad news for the prince. Let's hope that this royal privilege doesn't get in the way any further and that we can get to the bottom of this sweaty issue. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.